What's going on, Rev'd Up fam? It's Reggie.
And I'm Matt. And today we're actually doing a $1 million dream garage to have a Euro car, a JDM car, an American car, to kind of add some twist to it, a classic, and we're going to be able to customize a car.
We can start with the classic.
Okay.
So my classic is actually an American-made car.
It's got to be a Mustang.
It's actually a 70 Charger.
Ooh, did not go that route. I would have for sure thought you would have gone with like a 67 Mustang.
No, not for this one.
Okay, well.
Not for this one.
Okay, so mine's a little. I went German.
Okay.
But I have a asterisk on it. So it's I found an '87 Porsche 911.
Oh, of course.
Okay, so it's only like $69,000 or some change. I know the money's not necessarily the big topic of this, but I want to do an RWB. They did a matte black one, so it's the wider body on it. Just they put the idlers on the wheels, which is so dumb. But yeah, no, just it's an RWB is essentially what it is. But I had to find a very good running, working, everything's great.
Okay.
Like Porsche, that way I can turn it into the RWB.
On my the Charger, I probably wanted a flat color, like a flat. Like a matte gray or maybe a flat black, just of course the huge massive rear tires.
Oh yeah.
Just a monster, completely blacked out grille, like you don't even see there's lights in the front. It's not gonna look like it's tame. I want it to look as aggressive as possible.
Have it rowdy.
Yeah, I'm talking about when you hear it coming, you see it coming. I mean, it's gonna be just as ridiculous as it can possibly be.
So here's my Euro.
Okay.
2010. I've been waiting for this one. It's a 2010 twin turbo, so it's modified.
Okay.
Audi R8.
Okay.
Yeah, so they had it dyno tested. This one, it made 878 horsepower, 606 pound-feet of torque.
Gosh.
Look at this beautiful thing. I mean, granted, on paper, it is just an Audi R8. But this thing is it's so gorgeous. That's one of those cars that like playing any games, like I'm always going to be drawn to like an R8. Okay. Like to the point where I kind of like the Audi TTs because to me it's like a baby R8 in appearance only. Okay. But yeah, no, that was my Euro car.
Okay. When I think of Euro car, I mean, you could go with like the crazy exotics, you could really go with the.
I mean, you have everything from like Fiat to Ferrari or Fiat to like McLaren is in Euro.
You could. I mean, you really could go just completely nuts. V16.
Okay.
Bugatti. I mean, you could go there. You could go. I mean, there's so many different.
I thought that was your pick. I was like, no. Dude, you and supercars, like.
No, that wasn't it actually. Is no surprise. Piano black. 911.
Yeah.
I mean, when I think of 911, I think about my era growing up. Bad Boys. I mean, mid 90s. I mean, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. I mean, talking trash. I mean, just as funny as can be. A lot of people go back to the air cooled.
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought you were actually going to say is the air cool because we talked about in a previous video how we wanted a piano black. Yeah. You specified it because you said piano black twice. I do the editing. So piano black.
I would love it. I would absolutely love to get 1980 something, 18 anything, 90 anything, air cooled, all black, piano black, 911. What about you? What's the next one? Okay.
So I've talked about this before. One of the dream builds I kind of want to do, and I found one for sale. Team Lethal Performance made it, and they had it for sale, which I thought was awesome. It's a Whipple supercharged F-150. It was a XLT in extended cab. So I could actually still fit the family, but 800 horsepower, 4-wheel drive. Yeah. It came with some, it's full exhaust, so headers, full catback by Corsa. It's lowered. It's black on black on black. Okay. The only thing wrong with it is they put their logo on the side of it in vinyl. That's getting ripped off. But I would love that truck. And it's only $6,500, which I thought was stupid. It probably is way sold.
65,000?
Yeah, 65,000. My bad. I'm dumb. No, that was such a beautiful truck, and the fact that it's also whippled, it's great. It's the old Coyote engine, the one that you're saying that you would like the 15 to 18 Coyote engine. So that was my American, which I could have gone in multiple different ways. I'm surprised to myself that I went with a truck.
That's true. I actually am surprised you went with a truck.
But that I've talked about that truck. I've talked about that truck in a XL like base bone, like just automatic 10R80. Take it to the drag strip, take the family around. But this one, the fact that it was for sale, that I could find one for sale.
Okay.
And it's leather interior, the family can ride. Was perfect.
You might would have said maybe like a C10.
Yeah.
Honestly. I thought about a Roadrunner just because that's just iconic.
Oh yeah.
American, like that powder Richard Petty blue. I mean,
yes.
But I actually went with another classic, which you probably aren't surprised about.
No, I'm not.
Is Eleanor, 1967.
Gone in 60 Seconds is flashing through my head right now.
I mean, gunmetal gray. I mean, mag wheels. I want as much horsepower that I can fit under there. Now, as much as I don't necessarily prefer a rear-wheel drive vehicle, just because it's a Mustang, I would love to keep it rear-wheel drive.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
I seen Ken Block do one, rest his soul. He had an 800 horsepower, all-wheel drive Mustang. I mean, completely slammed to the ground. I mean, of course, Ken Block just doing his thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he was 100% gifted.
Talking about a man that like lived his life to the fullest, at least
100%.
when it comes down to cars.
Yeah.
If I could just do what he does, like at a fraction of it, like one weekend, dude, that'd be awesome.
That dude was nasty.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that Mustang was awesome. But I wouldn't want to do the complete, alterations in terms of like making it four-wheel drive or anything like that. What I would rather do is just keep it rear-wheel drive, but just make it a monster. I mean, I'm talking about. I'm not a big fan of chrome under the hood, but I would make it just clean. No wires, no lines, just a nice big, fully built motor. No supercharger, no turbocharger, just 100% American muscle, naturally aspirated.
Sticking with like a Ford engine.
Yeah, probably a crate motor.
Yeah, because it was probably be like a Coyote at that point. Yeah.
Yeah,
try to get a Coyote under there.
Big monster, just as much raw power as possible.
Like 500 horses roughly with the tune and all.
Yeah, no forced induction, no supercharger, no turbo. Just a monster of a vehicle, but still pretty clean on the inside. I don't think I would go with like all the newest digital gauges or anything like that. Just a really clean, custom, classic look on the inside. But just completely redone, but a monster engine.
You want to do your custom first, or you want me to?
No, go to JDM.
Cool. All right, so that's right, JDM. My bad. 1997 Mark IV Supra. I found.
That's not surprising. You love Supras.
I do love Supras. I found one that's a 15th anniversary edition that had like a bunch of aftermarket parts done for it, but it was absolutely beautiful.
I hate to say it, but I've never been a fan of the headlights on a Supra. At least not the older, iconic 90s model Supras. The taillights were clean, but the headlights just kind of like remind me of a fish. I mean, I don't know why, but
watch your tongue.
I'm just saying that. I respect the motor.
No, the 2JG
and the performance, but the headlights just look really weird to me.
That honestly might be a car that, like, with $1 million budget, like if I could actually make it look like Fast and Furious 1 from the first movie. I don't like orange. I don't want an orange car.
Yeah.
But that might be something I do. Is like completely try to get the vinyl all on it, the same decals and all, make it orange. Try to get as movie accurate as possible. I think that'd be pretty cool to be able to just ride around. Imagine that showing up to like our local like car meet, and I show up in like Paul Walker's like Toyota Supra. Sure. I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah, definitely a head turner. Okay, so my JDM, with retrospect to Paul Walker, R34 Skyline.
We do love you, Paul. Like, rest in peace. Like,
and I've never been in an R34, at least not yet. But I just have a feeling that it will be a little bit of a longer car for me. I'm not that tall, as you guys can probably guess. But I think it'll just be a cool car, just for nostalgic reasons, and because those motors are still timeless. I mean, people are still getting 1,400, 2,000 horsepower out of those motors.
Which is unheard of when those motors were made.
Yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Twin turbo, just maxing out all the power you can possibly do. Those cars right now, if you were to get a 99 R34 Skyline V-Spec 2 and have that shipped over here, it's still going for almost $150,000, $200,000.
Yeah, like at least. Like that's still like, I was looking at R34s because that's what happens when you look at Supras at the same time.
Yeah.
It's just they're They still are so stupid. What's crazy though is like all the horsepower that the RBs were making or making now. I don't think they were ever. And you could have made a Nissan employee freak out saying that they were making 1,400, 1,500 horsepower out of this engine.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that anybody was thinking that was possible.
Exactly.
Nobody in the 90s was thinking that was possible. They thought 500 was unobtainable.
Oh, yeah.
Like, but once 500 came, and then 700 came, and then 1,000 came.
Exactly.
Like, it's crazy.
And then having it planted.
Yeah.
I mean, you're connecting.
Yeah,
all that power.
100%.
I mean, I couldn't imagine having that kind of power.
Ah, no. I did hear one thing about someone talking about some of these dream cars that we're talking about. Is someone said that they drove one of the cars that we mentioned, and he's like, fell out of love with it because I drove it. I'm like, sometimes I don't want to drive a Mark IV Supra because I don't want to not like it, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. Well, to me, I think it's all about potential.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, you could drive like an EG hatch.
Yeah.
And it might have 80 horsepower, but the potential of it. So there, you kind of get that. Although you have the nostalgic vibe, that the potential's there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, it could be completely iconic.
I don't know if I would want to touch it beyond too much. Like, I know it's crazy to say, but like some of these cars, I kind of want to just like, I want to have, like the cars that are like super modified are the ones that like, isn't that one. Like that's that's on the pedestal to me. Like the Supra, the GTR, like that's on the pedestal. I don't know if I would touch it. It would honestly be like a cruiser daily driver, even though I know what it's capable of. But then the Audi, the Porsche, the RWB Porsche, the supercharged F-150, like I don't care. We'll take it mud bogging. That's fine. Like those are those cars that like I would just do whatever. Kind of like the next car, like I completely want to destroy from the original of what it is and make it into something new. So my custom, this car has a special place in my heart. A 1995 Ford Mustang GT. I only want the shell. Yeah. I want to put a 18 or newer, Coyote, everything, manual transmission, Tremec if I can get it. I want the inside to look like a new car, but when I walk up to it and hit my remote start on my 1995 Ford Mustang, I want it to look like that. I want it to be red. Like I want it to like look like the 90s and open it up and be in the 2000s.
There you go.
Like I want it to scream like the new car, but at the same time, when I pull up next to somebody, they're not going to know any different. They're going to think I'm in a 95 Mustang. Yeah. I might even leave the clear coat paint peeling a little bit just to like let people know that like it's a 95 Mustang. But I've seen someone do it to see if I can try to find the video, but someone did like a resto mod on it where even like the door panels on the inside were like trimmed down to fit a 95 Mustang. And it was like the best car I've ever seen in my life. And I would love to own that car.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I've had this custom build dream for years. Like, I had this on my computer for years ago. So again, going JDM Classic, this is gonna be my custom. I want to get a right-hand drive FDRX7, completely take that rotary motor out. I know for all my rotary fans out there, you're like, oh, blasphemy.
Swap it.
Until I do this, and you're really gonna be mad at me. Put a 2JZ motor in it. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Far more reliable. Yes, you can get a ton of power out of it. I know it's a Toyota going into a Mazda frame, but it is what it is.
Should have K-swapped it.
Well, that could have been a possibility, but no, I need more power than that. So this is my goal. I want it to have 777 horsepower to the wheels.
Jesus.
I know that doesn't sound like a lot when you're talking about a dream custom build. You can get 1,000 horsepower, blah, blah, blah. Nope. I want the biblical number of completion. I want 777 horsepower. But I want to take the traditional flip-up headlights because I want to get a 93. I want to take those flip-up headlights off and completely do a headlight conversion kit of the 458 Italia Ferrari. Ooh. Headlights and taillights. Dang. Custom veal side. This is old school.
I understand it. Thank you, Tokyo Drift.
Wide body kit, just to kind of give it that aggressive look. Of course, complete full system exhaust. Build the twin turbo 2JZ motor to its perfection. Again, I don't want to see any wires. I love a clean engine bay. No wires, no lines, no nothing. I want to just all motor. With the turbo blankets and all, just completely bad to the bone. Now, here's the paint job.
Okay.
Since you didn't necessarily explain that last time.
No, I mean that faded like clear coat. That's my paint job. Can't wait for like years in advance where we can actually have these cars and we're like, hey, remember that video that we shot like 5 years ago? Here it is. This is everything I designed.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool to see. And I'll be there with my clear coat faded Mustang GT, like 1995.
I doubt it. You'll probably have a pristine.
No, it honestly, if I had to actually say, it would be red. It would be like that dark ruby red that they came out with. It was this. I want the same color exterior. Like I don't necessarily want anything crazy. If anything else, if I can, I'd probably get. I say right now, I would want the OE wheels back on it because again, I want it to look 1995 showroom ready, but I want you to walk in the inside and let it be 2018, 2019, 2020 on the inside.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want. I want it to look old on the outside, but look new but old on the outside. And then once you get into it, it's a completely new car.
Oh, yeah. I get
So
that.
that's kind of like the ultimate dream. If not, then I just want to build up a 95 and make it like nice again, basically. But well, guys, until next time, I hope you have a good one. Peace.